I'm already starting the meeting, okay? Hi everyone, how are you guys? Mary Peralta here. I'm a triple diamond when it works. I'm super excited to be leading tonight's team call. So I'm super excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. First off, I want to give you guys a few announcements before I go into a little bit about me for those who don't know who I am. Okay, so this is the last month that you guys that we all have as a team. You know, this is the last month that you have to qualify as a diamond to be able to make it to the retreat. Guys, the retreat is amazing. So I'm going to start with the announcements right now as more people are jumping on. So this is the last month that you have to promote to the rank of diamond, and you will make it to one of those retreats. And honestly, those retreats are amazing. They're life-changing. You definitely want to be there. Right now with so many crazy promotions, ask yourself, what do I have to do to get there? How many people do I have to help out? In your team, if you have 3 people go Ruby, guys, you're going to be promoting to diamond. 3 people, make it a goal. I'm going to help 3 people earn that $1,000 bonus. And that's going to get me not only to diamond, but you're also going to get a spot at that retreat. Also, another quick announcement, the men's retreat tickets, they go on sale this Sunday. So for husbands, brothers, any men in your life that you feel would benefit from the men's retreat, I hear nothing but amazing things about them. Definitely, so think about that one. The tickets for that they go on sale on Sunday. And guys, who's excited for June? Think about all the promotions that are on the table right now to help you win. So I'm super, super excited about that. So that's a few of the announcements that I wanted to share for tonight. You know, number one thing is Green Carpet. If you have not gotten your tickets to Green Carpet, make sure to get that ticket. Events are life-changing. You're going to hear from people today that, you know, they have completely transformed their business because of events. I'm here today, 5 years later, because of events. So events will completely change your life. So let me check the time. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. So my name, guys, is Mary Peralta. I'm a triple diamond What It Works. I've been with this company since April of 2013. Sounds really crazy. April of 2013, and it's been the biggest life-changing journey of my life. So I want to know tonight who's on here. If you've been out, just post your rank and how long you've been in. I'm gonna kind of like glance at the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to, so I could, you know, I'm gonna share I asked Chad, what do you want me to go over today? And he said, just go over what's in your heart. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So 4 years double Meech, okay, 5 years presidential, Ruby 2.5 years. Okay, we have a lot of old timers, a lot of consistent, committed people. Meech, yes, girl, 3 years, 1 year. Okay, I'm super excited. Jessica, 1 year. Okay, so guys, let me tell you guys why I started this business and why I will never leave this business. I was an insurance broker. I did that for over 12 years. That was my job. That's kind of like the first job that I got fresh out of high school. And I just ended up there. After 5 years, I wanted to leave that job. But a lot of us, sometimes we get complacent and we feel like, you know what, I'm a high school dropout. So I felt like I had no education. I felt like, you know what else am I going to do? This is like the only thing that I know. So even though I didn't love my job, I was willing to stay there, willing to stay in something that I wasn't comfortable, just because the unknown was very scary. I prayed to God every single night, please put me where I belong. I knew that an insurance broker was not for me. Like, I just knew that even though I loved it, I liked it, I didn't love it. It was a job. I knew that that's not where God wanted me to be. So, you know, prayers get answered in mysterious ways. I got pregnant with my second daughter. My first daughter, I missed her entire life because I was always working. My second daughter, I got pregnant. Four times I got scared that I almost lost the baby. When I was going to deliver the baby, I had to get picked up in an ambulance. I almost bled to death. The baby had no heartbeat for over 10 minutes. So I thought that I had lost my second child. So it was one of the scariest moments of my life, which was a blessing in disguise. So after I had my baby, it was maternity leave was over, and my boss was like, hey, Mary, it's time to come back to work. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to go back. I just felt that pit in my stomach. Look at Destiny with that cute little baby. I just felt that pit in my stomach that I can't go back. I looked at my daughter and I said, no, I'm not going to keep her in a daycare, you know, in the hands of somebody else. So I said, no. And you know what? Because I said no, God works in mysterious ways. And like they say, you know, I think you've all, as entrepreneurs, you've all heard that saying, jump and the net will appear. I just told my husband, I'm not going to go back to work. And that's when I found it works. With that pregnancy, I had also put on 80 pounds. So 80 pounds, nothing fit. I lived in leggings. I had to, like, God forbid I take a picture because it was not like, I was like, no. I felt so uncomfortable. I felt so insecure. I just didn't even feel like myself. I tried that wrap, got amazing results on the very first wrap, and became obsessed ever since. So I got really, really excited over my results. Guys, when I started this business, my husband told me that's a joke. That's not a real job. You need to go find a job. I was like, what's a job? Like a regular job. He said that this is something that, those things don't make money. And for me, there's nothing that fuels my fire more than somebody telling me that I can't do something. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this done, even if it's just to prove you wrong, but I'm going to get it done. But I also knew that I had to stay home with my baby. Guys, as an insurance broker, you have to be licensed. I had to be licensed. It just so happened that the month that I joined It Works, I also had to renew my broker license. I didn't renew it. And that's how serious I was about building this business. And my question to you is, when you started this business, did you start it to make an extra $200 to $300 like we all do? If you did, that's great. That's why a lot of people take that leap of faith. But once you know what you have your hands on, you have to make a decision and decide, when am I going to go all in? When am I going to just decide, you know what, I'm going to get this done? So I had no idea whether I was going to make money or not. I signed up without ever trying the product. I'm not a question asker. Like, I don't care. As long as it was going to make me skinny, I don't care what was in the wrap. I didn't care of any of that. As long as I was going to lose weight, I was good. So I got started on a Tuesday. My leader was like, hey, Mary, you're going to get free product. I'm one of those people that is just, if you say jump, I'm going to say how high. He's like, okay, gather some people. He was driving from 3 hours away to come and do my wrap party. So I called everybody. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, you need to invite 10 people. I told my sister, you need to invite 10 people. My cousin Veronica, who's a diamond about to go double in the business, I told her, you need to invite 10 people. And I recruited my family to recruit more people. And I was like, somehow, some way, if you all invite 10 and one shows up, we're going to have 15 to 20 people, at our house. Long story short, guys, we invited over 100 people. 25 people showed up to my wrap party that day. One of the girls being Mary Delgado, who's a diamond today in the business. And from those 25 people, 12 of them wrapped. I made $300 in 2 hours. And I was like, oh, I could get used to this. So I got that very first win. I got my loyal customers. My leader showed me the steps to success sheet, and he was like, you need to complete this. I was like, okay, done. I had it done by the very next week. And I tell you that because that's going to be on to my next point. One of the reasons that I wanted to ask was, I see a lot of, there's some new people. There's some people that have been in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And when I want to go into some training tonight, and this is going to definitely for sure help you, because I'm going to talk to you guys about my journey, and maybe my journey is going to resonate with some of you guys. So I got started, right? I was very ignorant. I didn't know the ingredients. I didn't know the compensation plan. I didn't know anything. All they told me was go get 4 customers and go get 3 distributors. And I did it. I was done by week 1 with the steps of success. And then they said, do it again. And I was like, okay, I'm done. And they said, make your team do it. And it was just like, kind of like a tag team, you're in. I was like, hey, girl, I just enrolled you. You need to get 4 customers, 3 distributors, and everybody. We were just duplicating. Within 3 months, guys, I went diamond. I got a $10,000 bonus. Within 4 months, I went double diamond. I doubled the income that I had as an insurance broker. Let me make sure I have everybody muted. If you're jumping on, guys, make sure you guys mute yourselves. Okay. All right, just got everybody muted. So, well, 4 months in, I went double diamond. I got my insurance broker income doubled. 1 year later, I was a triple diamond, making over 6 figures. I think the moment, that first month that I opened up my triple diamond check, I was like, oh my gosh, dear Lord, like it was crazy. The next year, my husband went triple diamond, and today, 5 years later, we're a full-time family. I get to spend all summer with my kids because of this business. Because of this business, my mom was allowed to retire. Because of this business, my husband walked away from a 12-year job. So now we're all full-time at work. So it's been one of the biggest blessings in our lives. And I have 2 special people that I feel like you all need to hear their story. Because, for me, we were living a comfortable life. We were living a comfortable life, but I was just bored out of my mind. And I knew I couldn't go back to a 9-to-5 job. I tried being a stay-at-home mom, but we were hurting so bad financially where I could stay home with the kids, but you know what? We had no money to do anything else. So I knew I needed to change something. ItWorks came as a blessing for me. And you guys might be asking yourselves, maybe you compare yourselves maybe to other leaders, and you're asking yourselves, can I really do this? So if you've been struggling, if you came into this business and you're a year in, 2 years in, 4 years in, and you've been trying to promote, because we all see those ranks and we want to promote so fast. And we forget that, our journey is our journey. So these girls, I admire them so much because they came into this business, guys, and a year ago or 2 years ago, their upline quit. And that didn't stop them. I had life happen to me and I kind of checked out for a little bit. Their upline was gone. And these two girls, they just kept on going. And I told them, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are like the little engines that could, because no matter what adversity comes your way, you kept going and you're still here. And not just that, guys, but the leadership, the leaders they are today, it's just mind blowing. So I asked them to please share their story because I feel like their testimony could definitely help somebody on here today. So please help me welcome. I want to welcome Portia and Bree. They're on a road trip right now too, so they pulled over to be able to chat with us just because I know, again, their story is going to bless somebody tonight.
Hi. Hey.
Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. Did you guys freeze?
Mary, you look frozen. Can you hear us? Ah, you scared me. We're on a Zoom right now. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Perfect. Okay, so share your story and, your names, where are you from, and how long have you been in the business, and what has your journey been like? What has It Works done for you?
Okay, so my name is Portia. This is Bree. We've been with the company for about 3 years now. We're both rubies with the company. And honestly, our journey has been a huge roller coaster. When we started, we both have different backgrounds. I was coming from the restaurant industry. Literally, I was born into it with my mom being a server. And so the money was good, having the tips and everything like that was great. But there was a time where I was working at a restaurant where I wasn't being treated how I should have been treated. I was, being overworked, couldn't work overtime. They'd make me clock out early. I was still working off the clock and I wasn't being treated. I felt like I was being discriminated against for different reasons. And so I just wasn't happy anymore. And I was also pushing like 250 and I wasn't like at my most uncomfortable state in my life when it came to weight. I was the girl that would always wear like a sweatshirt, even on really, really hot days like I'm wearing now, but not because of that. But so I was never really comfortable in my skin. So when this business actually found me, I wasn't looking for it, but I really did want to get the $120 in free product because I wanted to change my life, health, physically. And then there was $1,000 Ruby bonus on the line as well. And I had just got a brand new car. My car payment was like $400 and I didn't know how I was going to come up with that. So within my first 2 months, I promoted to Ruby, and I think God honestly works in like mysterious ways because now we both get to work from home. I take care of my grandma who has dementia, so she's like my big kid. She's like 5, but she's 85, going to be 86, and it's just, it's honestly a blessing because she took care of me my whole life. So to be able to, get to work from wherever I need to be and to just keep pushing. That's honestly how this business has changed my life, is to be able to be there with her and to not have to put her in a home and to have lost over 50 pounds now. So I'm like really, really happy about that.
Yeah. So, before I started this company and even before I met Portia, I feel like this company actually brought us together. But, before her and before It Works and everything, I was in a very abusive relationship for 4 years. I was nearly homeless because we got evicted from our home. There was a time where, it was party, drugs, and party some more and drinking and all that stuff. So I was kind of in a very like bad place in a sense. Because of my relationship that I was in, she was like, wanted to party, and it came a time where I was like, this is not for me. The abuse itself is not healthy to be living like this. And like, so I just decided to go to college, and that's where I actually found Portia. And I went to college kind of just to like separate myself and like, interact with new people, socialize and things like that, because the people who I was interacting with before, they were not where I wanted to go. And so I'm a theater person. So I met Portia in a theater class. She was the student and I was the teacher's assistant. That's kind of funny. But so we met each other, and she was very beautiful. I was like, wow. But I even told her when we started talking, I told her, what I was going through. I wasn't ready for anything new. So for 3 long years, we were just friends. She really understood where I was coming from. She helped me like get past being hurt and stuff. She really kind of showed me how to love myself. And so I was also on food stamps too, and there were times where I didn't even have money for the last week of the month. You have more month than money, and so my ex, she would tell me, let's go donate plasma, which is, I mean, it's great and all because you help other people, but it became like a habit, like a weekly thing where you get the money, you donate plasma, they stick you with a needle, and it did not feel good, but they stick you with the needle, and then I started getting like a little like scar on my, what's this part called? A little scar like right here, and so I was like, I can't do this no more, and so it was just I obviously broke it up with my ex. I was like, no more of this. And then Portia was there just to help me get by. And then she found this business through her mom, who found it through a friend, her mom's friend. And then she joined first. I was a little skeptic at first, but Mary came and did a rep party presentation for her, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I was interested in the greens. I was like, oh, I never eat my fruits and vegetables, so I know this is gonna the greens are gonna do me some good. And so I fell in love with the greens, but I still was a little skeptical. And then she had like $1,000 bonus, on the line. I went to one of their trainings just to check it out, scope it out, and I was like, seems like legit. They got a little community going on. These girls are real hustlers. They got plans, they read books, and they're actually going somewhere. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. And then in my first month, I went executive. I was her executive, and then she got the bonus, and I really wanted to go executive so she could get the bonus, just so I could see that it was real. And I was like, let me see, did you get it? And she's like, yeah. She showed me. I was like, oh, okay, this is legit. And so ever since then, it's just been, learning. I've been learning new things. I'm still learning today. And I actually now feel more, since I have been in it for 3 years, I do feel more confident in the leader position, because coming from a place where you've been abused, you're not really getting as much education, or you're not really getting much growth. I feel like this is a place where, I have been growing. I won't be able to recognize myself back then, if because even Portia, she could tell you, I was bad, I was mean, I was really mean, I don't even understand how she
you were nice.
To me I was mean. But she stuck it through, and we're here today. And did I miss anything?
I would say one of our things that has kept us going was just, we've been working on ourselves and having to read. And I would think that, or I know that back in the day, 3 years ago, that was not something we would do, is pick up a book and read and try to really develop ourselves. I know for me personally, I became a more positive, more spiritual person, a being, and I, connected with my faith now. And it's changed a lot. And I think it's a lot of the support that we have. So it gives us a different outlook on life, because you can hang out with different people that are outside of here, and they don't have the same look on life. They're so negative, and they have they don't want to keep living in a sense. But then when you come here, you have people that are motivated and wanting to fight for something that's real, and they're not doing it alone. They're all doing it together for the same purpose. And I think that's what's kept us, going, is just having that support.
And you know what? One of the things that I love about these girls is that I remember, not this past Christmas, but I believe it was the last one, where Bree, Chad and Therese had that Christmas cash contest, and this is the power of affirmations and these girls their faith. And the first name that was called was Bree, but all month long she had said, I'm gonna get that. That's gonna be. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. And guys, she did. So it's crazy how that works out. And the reason why I wanted to bring them on is because from my team, the growth that these two girls have had is just amazing. That's more priceless than anything that money can buy. You know how, I don't know if you've heard, if you had the choice to get the skills to become a millionaire or actually have the $1 million, always go with the skills, because once you have the skills, you can make $1 million wherever you want. But you need the skills first. The money could come and go. And these girls, like, they are stepping up. They're becoming those leaders that they need to be. And the moment that you have that belief in yourself and you step into your greatness, it's just like, forget about it. You're going to be unstoppable. Thank you, girls, so much for sharing. Like, I know that definitely helped somebody. And, you know, through what they said in the story that they shared is, everybody, when we come into these businesses, guys, keep in mind that network marketing, sometimes it depends on you believing in yourself. You're not working for somebody else. It's a business that depends on the way that you think. And a lot of us, sometimes we wonder, why am I not promoting? Why is it happening for so-and-so and it's not happening for me? But guess what? Every single one of us, we have a story. Every single one of you guys, you have a story. Maybe you came into this business because you needed a way out. You came into this business because you didn't believe in yourself. You came into this business because somebody always told you that you were not enough or you couldn't do something. But you thought that you know in your heart, I deserve more. I was made for more. And then all of a sudden you hit a network marketing business and you're excited. But you know what? Negativity and adversity is always going to be there. So one of the things that we're going to show you, that you're going to learn through this journey, that's why you have to embrace the journey, is we're going to show you how, I like, my favorite term is, I'm going to be bulletproof. No matter what happens, I'm going to dodge negativity. So if you came in here, I want you to think right now for a second, why did you join this business? You came in thinking of, I want to make an extra $500. I want to make $5,000 a month. I want to make $10,000 a month. We all love Chad and Jeree, and they're the most amazing leadership out there. They're amazing. But guess what? It didn't happen overnight. We've all heard from Chad that he's tried so many businesses, and it wasn't until it works that they hit it big time. But prior to that, we don't see everybody that laughed at them, everybody that told them that they couldn't do it, and they faced adversity. We've heard Jeree's story. Everything that they had to face and go through to become the leaders they are today. Because guess what? We are all under them. So God needed to equip them to be able to lead us. How can they tell us, hey, I'm going to teach you how to get here, if they haven't been there themselves? So one thing that I want you to remember also is what you went through. I want you to think of your story. Think of why you joined this business. I went through a very dark period of my life last year, and one thing that I kept on reading to myself, that just Jesus put in my heart, and it got me out of that slump. And this is just in case somebody is going through some kind of life journey, is the very place where you were injured will be the very place where your purpose comes forefront. Everybody here, you have a purpose. You're not in this company, you're not in this team by accident, guys. You really are not. So you're not here by accident. You have a purpose, and you know where your purpose is going to come from? From that place where you were injured, that place that you're too embarrassed to talk about. For me, I was an insurance broker, and for myself and my husband, can I say that? Yes. Okay, so it says the very place where you were injured will be the very place where your purpose comes forefront. So the very place where you were injured will be the very place where your purpose comes forefront. We had a great life. We didn't. We were keeping up with the Jones. So we were $50,000 in debt. So other people would not think we didn't have money. That was my life. It was pretending. It was buying a lot of stuff on credit cards so other people could think that I was okay. So I could fool myself that I was okay. That was me before. I almost lost a child, guys. I have been through so much throughout my life. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I am so grateful for all those setbacks because they made me who I am today. Let me just make sure that everybody's on mute. All right, I just got everybody muted out. Okay, so think of your story. What did you go through? Because that made you, that's where your purpose is going to come in. So think of your story. Why are you here? What made you join It Works? Not just I need extra money. We all need extra money. What do you want to do with that extra money? Do you want to stay home with your kids? Do you want to go on a vacation? Why did you join that? Like we always talk about the why, that deep in your heart, why are you in this business? think about that, because that's going to be what's going to completely change things for you. And this is something that I did with my team yesterday, and I'll post it on the team page as well. Whereas, how many of you have your story written down? How many of you have actually written out your story? A lot of us have, because we've posted it and everything, but if you've never wrote out your story, make sure you write it out. In order for, because a lot of the times we're like, oh, how are we going to recruit distributors? You're going to recruit distributors through your struggle. Through your struggle is how those distributors are going to come in. So your story and your transformation will change your business. I want you guys to remember this, because so many are asking, well, I see Rachel Miller said amen. Rachel Miller has lost a ton of weight. And do you guys think it's a mistake that she promoted to Double Diamond? No, it's your story and your transformation will change your business. Some of us came here because we want a physical transformation. We want to be more confident. Some of us came here because we want a mindset transformation. And you're going to get both. But you need to share your journey of what is the business doing for you? What is it doing for you? Your story is your credential. You have a story. Remember this, guys. You have a story, and your story is going to heal others. The same pain that you felt is the same pain that somebody is feeling today. And that story that you have, one of the reasons that you have to share it is because you have to let people know, hey, guys, I've been there and I've overcome it. And this is me today. I'm a living testimony. Yes, people connect to your struggle more than they connect to your success. So share those struggles. That struggle that we're too embarrassed to share, that's what we need to be sharing. And then question, what do you want? Now, how can I attract people with PDT without having a story yet? Because I just started. Okay. Jasmine asks, how can I attract a potential distributor without having a story? We all have a story. So for example, like let's say I was brand new in the business and I was an insurance broker. This would have been my story. Hey guys, why my background is I used to be an insurance broker, and I did that for over 12 years. I have 2 daughters. My oldest is, let's say, 12, and I've missed her whole life. I wanted to be that mom that was able to stay home. My house was getting foreclosed on because I had my second daughter. I was losing my cars. I was losing everything. And this second baby, I was home with the baby, but you know what? I was losing everything I had. So I was forced, I was put in a situation where I had to go back to work until I found this business that I was able to stay home with my baby. But now it's also helping me create an additional income so I could still stay home with her, so I could watch her grow. So your story is, what was your background? What was your background before? So what is it that you do, or that you did? Why is it that you joined? Now, what has ItWorks done for you? Whether you've been in for a day or a week or 2 weeks, what has it done for you? Because even if it opened your mind a little bit, even if it made you dream again, even if it gave you hope for 5 minutes that life could be better, it's already done something for you. And then the last part is, where do you see yourself? I'm super excited because XYZ. And then when you say where you see yourself, you have to speak with conviction, like it's already happening. You have to, first, you see anything that we see in real life, it happens in your mind. So first it happens in your mind. You have to manifest it. But if you never visualize it, it's never going to come true. So I'm going to give you guys a guide. Once we're off the Zoom, I'm going to post a guide that shows you exactly how to write your story to help you guys out. So, but everybody has a story. So yes, past, present, and future. Now, think of whether you're brand new or whether you've been in the business for 5 years. What do you want? Because your why keeps evolving. What do you want right now? What do you want most? And then 2, do you have a clear vision? If your vision is not clear, you're not going to promote. Nothing's going to happen. So what do you have a clear vision? Always remember this, guys. People follow people who know where they're going. Think of those people. A lot of you guys, a lot of us follow other distributors. We follow other leaders that we admire. Why do we admire them? Because they speak with conviction, because they know where they're going. And that confidence, we want some of that confidence. We want some of that confidence. So you guys, when you put something out there, people, it's not that they don't believe you. You don't believe yourself. You have to put it out there. But also like, Mary, you're always like talking like all these things, like you're always lying to yourself. I'm like, no, I believe the lie so much. Eventually, it always comes true. It always comes true. So I'm going to speak about it until it becomes true. And stop selling, start sharing. over this, we're already at halftime. Okay, so we're already at halftime, guys. What does that mean? If you find yourself that you can't recruit a distributor, I want you to stop trying to recruit a distributor. The moment you stop, you're gonna start attracting more people, because sometimes you think like you're like a hunter, and guess what? People feel that when you're like, oh man, I'm promoting this month, I need to get 2 distributors this week. You're not even talking. You don't even. People could feel when you don't care about them. You could tell on your posts. You could tell on your live videos when you're in hunting mode. Don't do that. For these next 2 weeks, if you just stop focusing on that and just keep sharing your journey, people are going to be so attracted to you because they're not going to feel attacked by you. Think of when you go buy a car, and if everybody's here bought a car. You go buy a car and you see the sales guy coming right at you. You already know what they want. You're going to try to dodge them. They're going to ask you, oh, hey, can I help you? Oh, no, you can't. Because they're going to start pressuring you. That's how you make people feel. So over the next 2 weeks, think about, let me share my journey. Let me share my experience. Let me share what these products are doing for me. It's summertime. Everybody's looking to lose weight right now. Everybody. Let me show what it's doing for me. Let me show what the business is doing for me. If you have babies, show yourself at home with the babies. Because there's so many moms that are working. There's so many moms that are working. I'm glad it's helping you, Tatiana. So share, stop selling, start sharing. So stop selling, stop. Just start sharing your journey. Guys, we have 2 journeys. We have our physical journey and we have our mind journey. We have our financial journey. Share both, but share a journey. Stop trying to sell stuff. Nobody wants to hear from a salesperson. Set yourself apart from all the other distributors. Share your story. Think of people, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Think of the top 5 people that you follow on Instagram or on Facebook. The top 5 people. Why do you follow them? Are they selling something to you? Or are you following their transformation of their physical journey? Are you following their fitness journey? Are you following their life? Why do you follow them? Because those same reasons that you follow them is the same reasons that people follow you. Another thing is go through your profile. If you're brand new, sometimes we get carried away and we want to post everything It Works post. No, don't post It Works post. Keep people curious. Keep them curious about what you're doing. The more curious they are, people are very curious, nosy, whatever you want to call it. They want to know what you're doing. And when you don't tell them everything at once, it makes them want to know more. They're stalking your life. So, and quick thing, remember, they're always watching. Okay, so that was my little bit of motivation for the night. I hope that helps you guys where it comes to mindset. Now I want to go into some business building tips and what has helped me and what I'm doing right now through the summer. Okay, summertime is here. A lot of moms have babies at home. You have your kids at home. You need to set your schedule. Just because you have kids at home doesn't mean that you stop working. As a mom, we could go throughout the whole day. Sometimes there's days that I'm so busy and I'm like, oh my God, I worked so much today. And if I really sit down and think of what I'm doing, I didn't do anything to build my business. And then we wonder why our checks go down, why we wonder why we're not recruiting anything. You have to be very, very intentional. So for the summertime, I know we're busy, we're going out, we're having fun. Be intentional for your business. Be intentional for your business. Okay. My number 1 tip is you have to set weekly goals. One of the things I've never been in since I started with the business and I got to Triple Diamond without being a top recruiter, guys. So it's possible for you guys. If you guys are steps to success type of people, you guys could totally do that. Don't feel like, because sometimes even I get intimidated by the Rachels and the Laurels and everything. I'm like, damn, like I can't recruit 60 people. Like, whoa, these girls are like on fire. So, but you know what? Oh, one thing that I wanted to say to that. Let me bring my other notes. Okay. Something that I wanted to share with you guys is when I started, I was ignorant. I looked at the chart and it said, it had the little scale. And I was like, oh, okay, I have to go diamond. No, I have to go ruby the first month, emerald the second month, diamond the third month. I thought every single month, nobody told me that this is not how it worked. I thought that every single month you had to promote because nobody told me that that's not how it worked. I told myself that every single month I had to promote. And guess what happened? I promoted. I was just ignorance on fire. All I needed to know was that the wrap worked. And the wrap did amazing things for my life, for my stomach. So I was like, oh my God, if you got within 5 feet from me, you were gonna hear about the rat. So I was just so excited. I didn't even see the charts. Like they told me do the steps to success and make everybody do the steps to success. And that's all I took. I didn't confuse my mind with any charting or anything. It was just everybody do the steps to success. That was what I did. Pure excitement. I had no scripts. I had no nothing. It was just pure excitement. Within the 3 months, I went diamond. Within the 4 months, I went double diamond. When I went double diamond, I felt kind of cool. I was like, oh my God, this is more money than I ever thought possible. Like, hey, look at me. When I hit triple, it was like, oh snap, I've arrived. Like, I just felt so cool. Like it was just, life is good. I got so comfortable because all I ever wanted to be, guys, was a 6-figure earner. I thought if I could make $10,000 a month, oh, that's life-changing money. I never thought that I was worth more than that. So I got there, and once I made that, I would sabotage my business. If I felt like my check was going up, look how crazy I am. I would sabotage my business because I didn't feel worthy of that money. And there's some of you guys on here that you're like on fire the first 2-3 weeks, and then the promotion is so close that you're scared. Oh my God, if I'm a ruby or an emerald or a diamond, I'm actually going to be a leader. Like, I don't want to be a leader. And you scare yourself out. And if you really observe, you stop working. You just sabotage your business because of the fear. Some of us fear failure. Some of us fear success. So what happened is I got to triple diamond and I stayed there for a year. And then the next year, I got my husband to triple diamond. The next year, I got my husband, because nobody in my team was promoting. And I was like, okay, you know what? If it's to be, it's up to me. And I'm going to make him a triple diamond. I'm going to show you guys that it's possible. And I went and I did it. And I couldn't get, triple diamond became my ceiling because I couldn't see myself making more than $10,000 a month. That's all I ever saw for myself. And I want to share this with you guys because I know so many of us hit a certain rank and we don't think we're worthy of that. We don't think we're qualified for that. Every time that Chad asked me to do a call or a party, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have a heart attack. Until 2 weeks ago, Vero was like, my cousin, she's like, why are you so scared? I was like, I don't know, but I'm just scared. I don't mind talking. I was like, I don't know. I'm just super scared. I don't know why. I don't know. I just have like a lot of fear. So I've been a triple diamond for a while, and it's a great place to be at, but the worst thing that you could do is get comfortable at a place, because the moment you get comfortable, what did Mark say? The moment you get complacent that you start cruising, there's only one way to go if you're cruising. You're going to go backwards. And then you're going to feel even more defeated of how did I end up here? I went to church this Sunday, guys, and for the past month, I've been asking God, I've been praying. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, how come I can't promote? How come I can't move ahead? How come, I feel like every time I take 3 steps forward, it's 2 steps back. 3 steps, and then something happens. Something always happens. And I'm like, oh, really? It happens so much that it becomes comical. So that's why you guys got to become bulletproof. So I went to church and I did this post. I don't know if you guys saw it. I did this post a few days ago. And I asked, I was like, Jesus, I'm all ears. I'm all yours. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm ready to go presidential, not for myself. It's not even about me anymore. I want to see my team win. I'm tired of seeing my team go for promotions and they don't hit them. I'm over my check. I'm over my rank. I could stay at triple diamond. I don't care. Well, I got to promote. But I'm like, I just want to see my team win. There's nothing more than I want to see my team win. So when I was at church, I'm like, okay, God, tell me. I go to the sermon at church was like, the answer was, you have to go all in. I went to Panda Express because my daughters were hungry and they love Panda. We went to Panda. The fortune cookie says you have to go all in. And all these posts are on there. I'm reading Chase the Lion, and it says, if you go all in and day out, God will show up and show off. And I was like, all right, Jesus, I get it. I have to go all in. How did I go diamond in 3 months? How did I go double in 4 months? And how did I go triple in less than a year? I went all in. I wasn't just doing this business on a part-time. I immersed myself into the business. So I asked myself now with my work ethic, and these are questions that I ask myself. And again, I know we all struggle with this. That's why I feel like I have to share it. I asked myself, Mary, you're asking for a $16,000 paycheck for yourself. Where's your work ethic at? Are you working at $16,000? If you were to work outside in a corporate company or whatever, what kind of work would you have to be doing to make $16,000? And I snapped myself very quick back into reality. Yesterday, there's a girl on here. She's one of the diamond leaders. We were up till 3 o'clock in the morning, building, getting everything situated. We're going to promote. We're all going to promote, guys. But this is a lot of back end work. I'm pretty sure when Rachel went double diamond, it didn't just happen by accident. It was a lot of work. Everybody sees the promotions. And like when I remembered when when they were posting commissions and that Rachel got her like just all the emojis and everything else, like, oh my God, the feeling that she must be feeling, because I remember that feeling when you open that double diamond income, it's just like insane. And I was like, you know what? It's a glorious moment. It's a triumphant moment. But we don't see the tears that she cried. We don't see the sacrifices that she made. We don't see the long hours that she invested. All we see is the win. And then here we are giving our business an hour a day or 2 hours a day. And we are complaining because why can't we go double diamond? Because we didn't do the same investment that she did to get that income. So that was a big reality check for myself. Right now, if you're brand new, if you have a traditional job, and you went into work tomorrow and you asked your job, I want $1,000 bonus. Tell me what I need to do to get $1,000 bonus. I want you to think for a second, what would your boss tell you? Girl, you're delusional. Like, are you okay? $1,000 bonus? I don't even get $1,000 bonus. Maybe your boss would tell you something like that. You have the opportunity in this business to get $1,000 bonus as a brand new Ruby. For everybody else, if you're already a diamond or double diamond or triple diamond or presidential, if you help enough people get their $1,000 bonus, you're going to get your bonus. You're going to get everything you want. So it's just about, helping those other people. What I did yesterday, if you guys have not discovered charting beta, I just discovered it. I did it, but I was too lazy to fill it in. So yesterday until 3 o'clock in the morning, I charted my whole entire team is on charting on the beta chart. And I charted about 15 rubies where I could see their numbers every single day. So my tip to you guys right now is go on charting beta and go charge yourself some rubies. If you don't know how to do that, when you log into eSuite, the little star up at the top that says rank, you're going to click on that. And then on the left-hand side, it's going to say charting beta. You're going to click on that and fill in the information. It's so simple to look at your chart and look at your numbers and look at what you need. Clarity is power. If you know what you need, if you know what you're missing, you're going to hit that promotion. If you are like, well, I know I got to get customers and distributors, but I don't know how many. I don't even know where I'm at. I needed to give all my distributors clarity. So what happened is I charted everybody out. I have 15 people that I have my eye on, and I don't care about my promotion at this point. I need to make sure that every single one, I will do everything in my power, because of course they need to put effort too, to make sure that they win, to make sure that they get at least $1,000. But I am committed to helping 15 people in my team this month get $1,000 bonus, because they deserve to win. You came in with a dream, and just now, as long as the work ethic matches, you're good. Okay. Okay, it's June. I have so much time I have. You have about 10 more minutes. June, it's halftime, guys. You are at the halftime mark. Take some time today. Either go for a walk, take some quiet time, maybe when the kids are to bed. And I want you to write these 3 words down. It's rebuild, reset, and refocus. So rebuild, reset, and refocus. I want you to go back, if you have these goals written down, what are the goals that you set for yourself for 2018? Everything that you said that you were gonna accomplish. Everything that you said that you were gonna accomplish, what is that for you? And if you haven't hit those marks yet, this is the time for you to rebuild, to reset, and to refocus your goals. Make today your January 1st. Because it doesn't matter what happened in the first 6 months. God could bless you so much over the next 6 months. And that's where I'm at. I'm like, you know what? It was trial and error. But right now, it's go time. It's go time. And I will do everything in my power, because after I got that message on Sunday where God told me very plain and clear, it's like, you can't miss it. It's like, I send you 5 signs. If you miss that, you're not that bright. So I got my 5 signs, and everything keeps telling me. I keep praying for something, and the answer keeps coming back at me. And it says you have to go all in. And if I don't go all in, I know I'm not going to get that prayer answered. So I already put it out there, and it's like I already know what I have to do. My job has already been assigned to me. Now it's just keep your end of the bargain. Go all in. So every single night, at the end of the night, go big or go home. Yes, and go home. At the end of the night, I'm doing the sticky note challenge. I'm like, man, if I don't feel like I was super mega productive, I cannot go to sleep when I'm tired. I have to go to sleep when I'm done. Yesterday, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was really tired. And I had to get up at 7. I was exhausted. But you know what? I felt so accomplished this morning when all my team was already charted out. You have you know how Jim Rome says you have either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You're either gonna go to bed with the pain of discipline, like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted, but I gave it my all, and I have that satisfaction that I gave my all. Or you're gonna go to bed with regret. Damn, I could have done more. I could have done more. And we only have 15 days left, 16 days, 15 days left, 16 days left. We have 16 days left. Make them count, guys. And I did it on my story. I posted a Stephen Furtick video. Guys, I'm on Stephen Furtick and TD Jakes all day long. All day long is just like, I can't function without these two people in my life, because it's literally, they give me life. They speak life into me. Why? I'm on personal development. I'm at it like 4 or 5 times a day. I don't sit here and just listen to an audio. I'm doing my makeup, there's an audio playing. I'm getting ready, there's an audio playing. I'm doing something, I'm doing a power hour, there's an audio playing. So he says, plow faithfully and God will promote you. Plow faithfully and God will promote you. Because some of you guys are at the point where like, I've been doing so much and nothing is happening and nothing is happening. Your time is coming. You're becoming, you're God's equipping you with everything you need to bless you with the people that are about to come into your life. But remember, we're going to attract what we are. So you have to become that right version of yourself. And then one thing that I heard Noel say in another Zoom was focus on 3 products. One thing that I'm doing, when that sale came out of the chocolate greens, the shake, and the coffee, I had never tried it together. I mean, I've made different variations. When I tried them together, guys, oh my God, I'm like literally living off that stuff, and I lost 4 pounds in the last 3 days, because I was like, you know what? I'm so busy that I don't have time to make me a meal. I could make me a shake in a minute. It's real. I make it with coconut milk. It tastes like a frap, and it's so good. Oh my God, my batteries. Sorry, guys, my okay. And so she mentioned focus on 3 products. Remember, commercials are a lot of repetition. Focus on 3 products. It's the chocolate shake, the chocolate greens, and the coffee. You mix them together, and you could literally make like a frap for like the summertime. I'm gonna call it my skinny summer drink, just to keep people and like, hey girl, what are you doing? But I'm also committed to losing weight. If people see me losing weight, they're gonna be like, girl, what are you drinking? I need that in my life. And that's how I'm gonna end up like, building my business, my customer base, and everything. And okay, and if you guys, I know most of you guys probably already have this, but if you don't have Evernote is the app for notes. Make sure to download that. Evernote is where I keep all my scripts, I keep everything, all my stuff is on there. And let's see. Okay, so last thing, we're pretty much done, guys. If you guys have any questions, just make sure to post them on the chat, and I can cover any questions that you guys have. But pretty much all I wanted to share, what was on my heart tonight, is if you feel stuck, I felt there. I've been there. In every single rank that you hit, you're going to feel stuck at one point. And I told you guys, I got my answer on what I needed to do. So now I have to go do it. You have 15 days, 15 days. Today, commissions posted today. I want you to think about that number that hit your bank account. No matter how small or how big it is, think about that number that hit your bank account and how is that blessing your life. But now I want you to stop and think, if you doubled your efforts right now, this is a business, guys. I've been in this business, and when everything was going so good, I felt so guilty because like the paychecks were doubling and tripling, and at one point I was like, oh my God, I'm not deserving of this money. But for everybody here, if you have felt stuck, you have to double your efforts. There's times that I love my leaders, I love my team, but sometimes I post something and they don't respond. They straight go MIA on me. And then, right now I'm waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and because it's summertime, usually people start responding around 6 or 7. Right now, they don't wake up till like 9 or 10. I don't start getting responses at 9 or 10. And I told Beto, my cousin, I'm like, dude, I'm so frustrated. It's like summer, like everybody's already checking out. And I'm all in panic mode, right? And I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to do me. I'm going to focus. The only thing I can control is myself. So you know what? If you don't want to work, I'm going to find somebody else who wants to work, and I'm going to work with them, and I'm going to run with them and everything. And guys, like, business is just taking off because you have to work with the willing. What do I do with our DTs that aren't working their business? What do you do with your DTs that are not working their business? Okay, sometimes we have to understand that when somebody signs up, they signed up, they have a why. They signed up for a reason. But a lot of people, like I told you guys in the beginning, we come into this business sometimes not mentally equipped. We come into this business defeated. So when somebody joins and they go to somebody and they message their 10 people, right? And they're doing everything in what they think it needs to be done. They don't have the confidence. They don't feel good about themselves. So they check out, because even though this business is easy to do, it's also easy not to do. So guys, we're in a business. Every single day you're putting yourself out there. You're going to go get rejected. You're putting yourself on the line. People are, as a society, we're used to having jobs where we go to a 9-to-5 job and we work when the boss is around. When the boss looks away, guess what? We're playing. You're not giving your 100. And then we come into something like this where this business is going to pay you based on your efforts. So guess what? You are the boss. You are the boss. So if your team is not working, one of the mistakes that I did, guys, is always love on everybody. I love my team. I adore my team. But unfortunately, I cannot want this business more for you than you want it for yourself. Because I know the sacrifices that I have to make. I know I have to wake up early. I know I have to go to bed late. I know I've missed birthday parties. I know what I've done. So if you give me excuses on why you can't build this business, why do I have to I've sacrificed. I invested time into this business to get the results that I did. You want the results, but yet you don't want to do the sacrifice. So for them, I would say love on them, reconnect them to their why. Sometimes these people, not that they're quitters or anything, they've been beat so much mentally that they don't even know how to even come back. They don't know how to come back. They think you're going to judge them. They don't even know where to start. So you have to be that shining light of, empathize with them. Like, I understand where you're at. Right now, one tip that I'm doing, I have not done a host a post. I know everybody talked about the host a post. I'm very shy, believe it or not. I'm very shy. I'm like the shyest thing ever. I was like, I don't want to message host a post people. Like, I don't like my friends. Like, I don't know. Like, it just didn't resonate well with me. But every time everybody came on here and they're like top producers, everybody's talking about the host a post. And I'm like, all right, I have to figure out this host a post thing. So one of my girls that I signed up and she was going to be a total rock star, she decides to quit on me 2 weeks after she signed up. Guys, it happens to all of us, okay? So after 2 weeks, she decides, she's on it. She has three restaurants. She's in the medical field. She's doing all these things. And she's like, I'm so busy that I don't think I could do this business. But I see her partying every weekend. So I'm like, okay, girl, no problem. I was like, you know what? I know you're brand new. Let me help you get some free product. So she did a host a post, right? She had over 40 comments on that post. She signed up I signed up 3 distributors for her and over 16 customers off of that host a post from somebody that was about to quit. So my suggestion to you is if you have people on your chart, go to those people, reconnect them to their whys and ask them, there's a $1,000 bonus on the table. We have 2 weeks. I'm willing to make a run for it. Are you? I'm willing to go all in if you're willing to go all in. What if right now is a different timing? And if they say, you know what, it's not my time. You know what, girl? I love you and, I appreciate you and I want you to earn some free product or make some extra money. Would you mind hosting this post for me? I have my own distributors. All of my brand new distributors are doing host a post. I'm signing customers for them left and right. And you know what? We've had people on here. I have a few girls on here that are from host a post where they signed up for the business where they didn't even feel like they could do a business like this. And all of a sudden, there's one girl on here that I can see her right here. She didn't know she could. She's on every single Zoom. She's a rock star. She's a rock star. But if it wasn't for Hostables, she would have never been in this business. And that is from me helping those new distributors. Like, hey, it's a lot of work for me because I'm doing a lot of the replies. I'm doing a lot of everything. But like I told myself, I don't mind doing the work. I have the work ethic. I don't mind doing the work if I'm going to help you win. Once I do it and you see how simple it is and I give you that belief, I'm going to teach you how to do it so you could teach your team how to do it. So if you already have people that are not working, I would ask them to do a Hostapost and see if you could build them to get them to the 400 club. Get them to, remember, one 400 leg at a time, we're going to win. We're all going to win. And some of us are like charted to God knows what. We're charted for all kinds of stuff. But then we always think, if they only worked. If only they worked. So what I did is I had my big presidential chart in my living room so I could stare at it. And one day I was like, oh, Jesus, like I'm fully charted. But like if I could only get the volume in. And I was like, how am I going to get the volume in? And I felt like Jesus literally told me, one 400 leg at a time. And I was like, bingo, that's it. And I was like, I will go I was like, hey girl, post a post for me. I find somebody in that leg. Sometimes we have 4 or 5 distributors in one leg. And I have all of them host a post. And I think to myself, if I could get them all commission qualified, they'll get a paycheck. They'll get 40, 50 bucks and they'll be excited because they got 40, $50. They're getting wrap rewards and we're building 400 legs one at a time. And I've met some of the most amazing leaders by me doing that. There's a term in network marketing that's called tap rooting. And I feel like Hostapost is genius for tap rooting. So let me just see if there's any questions. All right, guys. So I guess we're ready to work. It was an absolute pleasure to be on here with you guys. I love to talk, as you guys can tell. But I just had a lot to share just because I know that a lot of us sometimes we want to win and we think we're the only ones struggling, and you're not. You're not. All the way to the top. Everybody's struggling, but nobody talks about it. So you're not alone. But when I feel like I'm struggling, I double my dosage of Stephen Furtick and TD Jakes. They're on blast all day long, and I double my efforts because the only thing I have control of is what I do. And like they always say, you can't inspire people that are uninspired. And the only way to inspire your team is with action. With action. I said if I start taking action, there's no way my team could tell me that no, they can't do it. If I could do it as busy as I am, you could totally do it. So I believe in you guys. I wish you nothing but the best. We have 15 days left in this month. You're 15 days away from getting yourself a $1,000 bonus. Every single one of you can. If you're a Ruby or an Emerald, help 3 people go Ruby this month. Make it a goal. Get that clarity. What do you want? Commit to helping 2 or 3 people. Get that $1,000 bonus and you're going to go Diamond or you're going to go Emerald and you're going to still get a bonus. And if you're still here wondering, how am I ever going to get this done? How am I ever going to do this? Have some quiet time. Have some quiet time. Look for a Stephen Furtick video or look for a TD Jakes video and just listen. Listen, because the answer is going to jump right at you. And for me, it was go all in. I double dare you, triple dog dare you. Go all in for the next 15 days and watch how magic is going to happen in your team. So bye, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing night. And thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.